All right, so welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about a movie I bumped into recently. Although it's a 2025 movie, was released February, just a few months ago, and I bumped into it recently, and for me, it got me stuck, and I felt I should just share the movie and encourage you to go see such kind of movie. Maybe also deliver one or two of my criticisms, what I think about the movie. I've been seeing different comments over it, those for, those against, and I thought I should also bring my perspective to it. So welcome to my channel.
This is Arrows TV.
Here we talk everything in the gospel. Okay, well, by the way, this movie is also one of the faith-based gospel, House of David. So, from the name The House of David, you know already it's a Christian movie. Of course, what else can they bring? Truly, it is historic drama, but the slice and the perspective from where they brought the story makes the whole story which we've read about and King David back to life. There's a perspective on which it was brought, and that is incredibly what I'm going to be talking about today. Currently, the movie has already 8 episodes, still on season one. Though also it has been approved for the second season, we should come. Maybe we should go on to a production anytime soon. The House of David. The House of David season one. I'm not going to be explaining the whole episodes. I'm going to be doing different video to explain each of the episodes. Not like explaining, but bringing my own point of view. If there are areas I need to criticize, of course, I'm going to say, okay, this is okay. This is not fine. I think they would have done it better if they had done this and done that. All right, so season one, beautiful. Okay, season one started with a shocker. One thing you should know about the whole movie, there are so many fight scenes, and this Roman kind of war, of course, that is written in the scripture, the days of David as he always went to war. We know David was a fighter, but episode one gave us a background about this David of a guy. We were able to see the mother who had a gift of vision. Okay, so the mother had a gift of vision. Of course, somehow, the Bible didn't tell us a lot about the mother. They didn't even mention the mother at all. But in this episode, we're able to see the angle of the mother. We understand that David was a king, a prophet, a pastor, a shepherd, whatever you can call him, has multi gifts and it's of different dimensions of grace. But his background wasn't really a thing that was talked about. His mother was not what we know. The Bible didn't emphasize on the mother, of course. Maybe it wasn't really relevant. But the movie exposed a perspective from the mother. But because I will ask, the mother is not in the scripture, so where did they find the story of the mother? I want to believe that they must have done some archaeological study, some biblical historic study of some things that the scripture was silent about. That the scripture was silent about them doesn't mean they did not exist or they were not there. But like I always say, it is not the movie that is the base of the word. The Bible is what it is. And so I wouldn't encourage anybody to watch the movie as a replacement of the Bible. No, the Bible is the center of truth. So whatever movie we watch, whatever thing we see should support the truth. The Bible will say we can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. So one, two, or three, it should support the truth. And so the movie started from the point where David was going to confront Goliath. I like the perspective where they started with a short shocker. And the beautiful thing I imagined there was Goliath struck David. The Bible didn't never say anything about that. I won't talk about that episode because the unveiling of that part was in the other episode to talk about. So, but my own point is, episode one opened us to David's relationship with the mother. The truth, David was a stubborn child. I always ask, each time I read about David, his heart for God. He has this lion kind of heart. Such kind of heart as the Bible will tell us to be strong and courageous, or to be as bold as the lion. David had that, and right from his childhood, it was demonstrated. Some slides of stubbornness, some slides of curiosity, some slides of too many questions, some slides of wanting to know all things at all time, wanting to dare things. Obviously, there was a fire in David's heart. And so the story explained the beginning, the relationship between David and the mother. But it's something that the play, or the movie explained, that it wasn't too okay with me. But when I thought about it, I was like, okay, it portrayed David as a bastard. Okay, maybe bastard is harsh, but it portrayed David as an illegitimate child. Maybe illegitimate child is harsh, but I'm talking from the context where the mother wasn't, I use the word, legally married. Because I could see the segregation, I could see the discrimination. Each time David wanted to associate with his brother, from when they were still little, whenever they are playing, he tries to go closer, they run away from him. So I could see David was living a lonely life. He was in solitary. So the mother was his only comfort. Yes, from the beginning, we didn't see the father loving David at all. He was tough, harsh. Maybe it's going to be unveiled why later, of course, talk about the other episode. But I'm just trying to explain episode 1. But what we saw was the mother was supportive. The mother had the vision about David. He knew David was going to be great, but she couldn't really place great in what order. He knew David had something incredible in his spirit waiting to be unveiled. But how it's going to happen, she didn't catch the vision. So she believed David down to the latter. And this is where I like to take a few moral. I think every parent should learn to believe their children much more than what the children think of themselves. Because I believe that the gracious God in his kindness somehow reveals the destiny of the children to the parents, whether before they are coming or after they are coming. I say this because even Isaiah, if you study the life of Isaiah, his children were told to him, especially this child that has the longest name in the Bible, ever. So he's, I can pronounce the name right now. So he was told to Isaiah before his coming. So I believe that destiny of children can be revealed to their parents before they're coming, so they prepare for what the child is to be. They prepare for what the child is proposed to be. And I think that is a thing I learned from episode 1. I also learned that all parents must learn to believe their children. There's a way it supplies energy, supplies confidence to the child. Because I could remember a time David was depressed, he was feeling downcasted, he was feeling maybe he wasn't supposed to be part of that family. But the mother kept telling him, I like the word, deep calls to deep, deep calls to deep. So she was telling David much more. If, as a matter of fact, she started teaching David how to hear God. Funny enough, even when David, after he closed his eyes and hear from your soul, and David opened his eyes, at that point I thought maybe David had heard something. David told the mother, I didn't hear anything. And so, but that is just a preamble to what is to come. Say that they've done well. Comparing them to Chosen, we don't go there yet, but I don't want to be biased. Like, of course, I try to be objective as possible. But I would like to say that I like the way Christian based movie are coming out with defined narrative of where they belong. Defined narrative of where they belong. A lot of us really want to see things from different perspectives. And each time we sit to watch movies, there are scenes we just wouldn't want to align with and all that. And right now, we're not just watching movies, we're watching faith-based movie, such kind of movie that live in our faith. Such kind of movie you finish watching and you just like Chosen. Like God bless Dallas Jenkins for that. I'm going to talk about Chosen some other time. But for now, let's do with the House of David. So I want to say thank you for producing such kind of movie, and also to Prime. That's quite amazing for Prime to come in to start um, to join the project, pushing such Christian-based movie out. And I think, and I'm very sure, the Chosen has given them the run for their money. The Chosen. I'm sure everybody listening to me by now, you must have watched The Chosen. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the House of David. What is a story that talks about the life of David from his cradle, from his beginning, rising up to power, and that's growth. So what are the struggles? What are the things that happen? Some of the things the Bible didn't talk about. We know he killed the lion. How did he kill the lion? He didn't just wake up one morning, lion came after him. No. So what are the hidden things the Bible don't want to give us details about, because to save spaces. So this theme explain it in depth. So thank you very much, and then I'll see you in my next episode.
This is Arrows TV.